Hello, I'm Claire Osterhaus.
And I'm Josie Wagner.
Welcome to KTRM Studios on Thursday, April 7th. Tonight, we will introduce you to a new study resource for students.
And we'll tell you about the outcome of the Miss Phi Beta Sigma pageant.
These stories and more brought to you by KTRM Studios. You don't want to miss this. The Holman Family Distinguished Speakers Series will be hosting Philippe Cousteau on April 8th at 7:30 p.m. in the Baldwin Auditorium. Cousteau is an Emmy-nominated television host, as well as a producer, author, and entrepreneur. Known for his series Awesome Planet, Cousteau worked closely with conservation efforts on and off the screen. He focuses on social and environmental issues regarding protecting our oceans. In 2005, he founded Earth Echo, which has provided educational services to more than 2 million youths worldwide. This event will be free of charge.
Last October, a team of Truman accounting students participated in the Deloitte Fantastics tax competition for the third year in a row. The team consisted of Emily Imhoff, John Marks, Matt Foster, and Kylie Sewall. The team's performance then earned them a spot at the national competition, where they competed among 250 other students from 40 colleges and universities around the country. The team's performance at the national tournament was enough to earn them an honorable mention at the awards ceremony.
The Truman State University Foundation Board is currently looking for a student representative to join. The board's mission is to advance the university through philanthropy, and the student representative helps to increase awareness across campus, and provides a student perspective. The board term is 1 year from July 1st to June 30th, with the possibility of renewal for a second consecutive term. To apply for this position, send an application along with your resume to hunsaker@truman.edu by 12 p.m. on Friday, April 8th.
A computer science student has released a new app to help students study. Reporters Claire Osterhaus and Amelia Pelez have that story.
Study Friends is a website I created during my time here. I created my senior year, started making that. I started during my winter break. It took me around 2.5 months, 3 months to get it done. And pretty much it's just a website trying to connect everyone that are of the same majors, because as I said, I've been here for 4 years and I kind of know how Truman works. And I realized there was a lot of people, they couldn't get a hold of people in their own classes. Since I'm a CS major, and I knew a lot of my friends in my class, and they were like, hey, I'm taking this class, but I don't know anyone. And I was like, yeah, I know that guy. And they started studying together. And then I was like, yeah, I know the guy too. And they started together because of I told them, I gave my contact information. I was like, what if there's a website where people can just get to know each other without me doing anything, And I was like, I think that should be a good idea. For example, you just go study at the library. There's testing coming or a quiz, and suddenly you feel stuck. You have no one. The tutors are not there. You cannot go to the office hours because it's 8 or 9 p.m. There's nothing out there. And I'm like, okay, you go to Study Friends. And I bet there's other people struggling with the same issue as you are. Because I know there's one tough assignment and everyone's just like, okay, what is going on? And you hop on there, put a Zoom link, and you just literally you get to know people and you actually get to solve problems. That's my vision, to be honest. I try to make it as easy as possible because I know everyone is busy and they want to go straight to the point. Everyone there, they create an account. It's very easy. You just put your name, first name, last name, your email, password, and after that, you are literally free to use the website. You can create study session. You can edit them, delete them, message also other users so you can set up future study sessions. Just make sure to check Study Friends out, and if you find it helpful, make sure to use it. If you don't, just give me as much feedback as possible so I can make the best.
Reporter Robbie Garner covered the guest writer and Ofsted speaker Mark Wisniewski's Ofsted presentation. Here's what he found out.
Well, every semester we have at least 2 Ofsteds, so this is our third actually this semester, and we bring in people from both the creative writing program as well as the English BA and the linguistics program. This week we've had author Mark Wisniewski, who is a novelist as well as an editor and a book doctor, and he's come into town as part of his tour for a new anthology he and his wife edited together, The Coolest American Short Stories. And he's been teaching a class which is now producing readings from the students.
Well, Professor Benevento asked me to come and teach some students the short story. And I hadn't taught for a while. And I thought, wouldn't it be nice to teach for just a week? And wouldn't it be a good challenge to teach students who I knew were talented and bright? Because I had heard Truman State has a high level of students. Wouldn't it be nice to challenge them to try to write an entire short story in what turned out to be only 4 days? And it turned out to be just as fun and challenging for them and fun for all of us, I think. They were very quick to answer some of the more difficult questions that I would throw at them, again, trying to challenge them, trying to push them. And also how quickly they were able to start writing. We did some writing class, and sometimes I would say, all right, let's go. And they started. I've worked with a lot of students and I've had them write in class, and I've never seen students go like that when it comes to writing in class.
I think that for him, he's really highlighted the experience of working with Truman students and the inspiration he's gotten from the energy and focus that students have had in his class. He mentioned during his reading that they hit a standard that he really didn't think that was going to be possible for a 1-week class. And I think he's going to take away from that a really, a good amount of energy and a good amount of inspiration. For students, I think just having the opportunity to focus intently for a week on a short story, gain a lot of insight from someone who's such an accomplished short story writer. I think that hopefully they'll both have had an excellent time in the class itself and also be able to continue developing the projects they started this week.
I'm grateful to have been here, that my wife Elizabeth and I, who edit Coolest American Stories, and also, by the way, have been, kind of hoping maybe we could get some young writers and some of the faculty at Truman State to submit. We're grateful to have been here and to have been given the opportunity to meet everyone.
After the break, we'll tell you about the outcome of the Miss Phi Beta Sigma pageant.
Plus, reporter Michael Haley got some of your opinions about an increased use of security cameras on campus in this week's episode of Is This Bull?
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. It's here. It's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. What? My. Oh.
Trevor Wallace will perform this Saturday, April 9th at 7 in the Pershing Arena. The doors open at 6:30. Students can pick up their free tickets from the SAB office tomorrow, 9:30 to 3 with their valid student ID. Wallace is an acclaimed comedian and YouTuber who has been featured on BuzzFeed, Funny or Die, World Star Hip Hop, and MTV2. His YouTube channel has accumulated over 2 million subscribers. Wallace's opening act will be Michael Blaustein, with whom he regularly produces podcasts. General admissions tickets will be available at the door.
Currently featured in the Charlene Gallery in Ophelia Parish is a new exhibit titled Handcrafted Rebellion, the Arts and Crafts Movement. The exhibition was researched and curated by students using the Pickler Memorial Library Special Collections. It features handmade objects from the late 19th and early 20th centuries from the arts and crafts movement. The exhibit explores how the arts and crafts movement focused on the handmaking of ceramics, textiles, and books in opposition to growing industrialization and standardization in production. A reception will be held on April 21st from 3 to 4 p.m. as part of the Student Research Conference. The exhibition is free to the public and will continue to be displayed in Ophelia Parish 1114 until April 29th.
Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Inc. put on their annual scholarship pageant last weekend. Executive producer Anas Al-Hassani interviewed this year's Miss Phi Beta Sigma.
So Daniel, tell me a little bit more about the event. How often do you host it, and when did you start hosting the event?
Yeah, so our chapter was chartered here on March 29th, 1980. So since about like the late 80s, early 90s, we've been doing an annual Miss Phi Beta Sigma scholarship pageant, and typically it's in the spring semester. So yeah, every year it's annual. Typically, we try to get each contestant at least a little bit of a cash prize, but of course, first place wins the most. And this past pageant was $1,000. So
that's for the green room.
That's cool. We want to know a little more about the participants. So tell us a little bit more about them.
So this year we had three
No.
beautiful young ladies. Contestant number one, Peyton Petty. She's a freshman with sophomore credits.
I heard a girl, yeah, a
from St.
girl,
Louis,
like
Missouri.
her town.
Our second contestant is Hannah Chateau. She's an international student, big on IT, big on women, gender studies. She's currently one of the curators and current managers of a big IT project. She's from Ethiopia, East Africa. So that was great to learn a lot about her culture and her upbringing. And then contestant number three, Miss Jaleesa Lyons, who is now our current queen, Miss Phi Beta Sigma 2022. She's from North St. Louis, Missouri as well. She's also an independent DJ. So she does a lot of DJing here in town, like Wrong Daddies and stuff. So yeah.
So who is allowed to participate and what are the requirements?
Any girl enrolled in college, they don't really have to go to Truman necessarily, because every school doesn't have signals. So we do our school and then any surrounding areas who want to participate in a pageant. But you just have to be enrolled at a university.
Ready to announce our winners. And in first place, Miss Jaleesa Lyons.
So we have the queen with us today. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me a little about the event. What did you like? What was your favorite part? And just the experience in general.
Winning. No, just kidding.
Okay.
My favorite part, I would say, is honestly just finding myself.
Executive producer Anas Al-Hassani visited the African Fair hosted by the African Students Association. Take a look.
On Saturday, March 26th, the African Students Association hosted the African Fair on the Quad. The event lasted over 3 hours and included African games, music, an artisanal market, and different African food. Some of the dishes presented were shishinga, chicken yassa, Nigerian jollof rice, fufu, gabra, injera, and other drinks and snacks. Members of the African Students Association taught students about their culture. Visitors tried different African games and danced to African music.
Reporter Michael Haley asked, "Is this bull?" about the increased use of security cameras on campus. Here are some of your thoughts.
Hello, and welcome back to Is This Bull? Recently, Truman announced that they are going to be putting security cameras up around campus. We are going to see what the student body has to say about these new security cameras. So, security cameras, is this bull? Okay, so have you heard anything about these new security cameras that are supposed to be put up?
No, I have not. I have not heard about that.
Not really. I saw something on Yik Yak, but which is not very credible, but I actually haven't heard anything other than that.
Well, the other day I was at Maxwell's and I read it on a newspaper. That is all I've heard of it.
I've heard nothing about these cameras.
What do you think about the idea of cameras on campus?
Yeah, I think cameras on campus would be a huge benefit for all students, especially with the recent tire slashings. It's kind of an issue that really only our campus has. I know a lot of other universities do have cameras all over campus, and we really don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that sounds like a pretty good idea because I've heard of car thefts and little issues like that come up. So cameras would be helpful in that circumstance.
Yes, it's been kind of an inside joke between me and my friends that the security on campus has been lacking, especially with all the break-ins that have occurred.
I think so. Maybe in the parking lots and around the dorm, maybe not in the inside, but the outside, because this year there has been a lot of break-ins to cars and things being stolen. So I think that could help with that.
Have you or anybody you know's car or possessions been broken into?
Yeah. So I have a friend, his car got, the glass was broken and some things were stolen out of his car. And then he also got 2 bikes stolen at the beginning of the year.
No, not me personally, but I've heard instances about this, and I get emails sometimes about it. So
I personally, one of my friends had her car broken into, and she never heard anything about it from that point because they didn't. It'd be nice to have that sort of insurance factor, you know.
I know a few stolen bike stories, but that's about it.
Yes, one of my friends who I'm about to eat lunch with had their car broken into. I don't think anything of value was really stolen, but his car was broken into. So
You would agree wholeheartedly that we should have cameras here on campus then?
I would say absolutely yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
yes, of course.
You think a camera would do that?
yes, I do.
Here to hear.
Thanks for tuning in with us tonight. For complete news coverage, be sure to stay tuned to KTRM and pick up a copy of the Index.
Don't forget to also check out our news content on tmn.truman.edu.
You can also follow KTRM Studios on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe to KTRM Studios on YouTube for full broadcast news coverage.
If you've ever thought about being on TV, be sure to head on over to tmn.truman.edu/apply to fill out an application today.
From all of us here at TMN, thank you for tuning in and have a great rest of the week.